What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Battle Brothers on the Warriors of the North DLC. Picking up exactly where we left off last time. We're heading into the Hideaway Man's hideout to confront a brigand leader. And that's at the behest of Groton Haven. We're going to get paid to do a thing that we wanted to do anyway, which is the best way to get things done in Battle Brothers. They're going to pay us 2,500 crowns to take a fight that we would have happily taken for free. Now let's look if we can see the leader. We can't see him yet. Usually they're kind of chilling in the back. We've got a little bit of high ground in front of us. I swapped out Svarog to bring back in Leisure Side. Svarog is currently sitting at level 14, which is the highest level of all the brothers that we have. So I figured we'd give him a little bit of a rest. Try and let a few other people catch up. And yeah, the AI is going to do a great job of using their shield bros to protect their back line. But I think if we could pick apart their front line pretty easily, then that won't really matter. We'll be able to just run up on their back line and get them. Seeing a couple crossbows, that's kind of dangerous. But let's take out the big two-handed weapons. Knock those out. And there's the man of the hour, the swine. He's using a hammer. It's a pretty dangerous weapon. That is a warhammer. We've got one currently on Sir Lancel. I wouldn't mind getting another one, if I'm being honest. See if we can hit some 26s. We hit one with those heavy axes. Got another shot here. Who do we take it on? 55. 55 is fine. Yeah, if we hit anything, we're going to do huge damage. Let's step up. We'll step up a bit here. If they want to come at our back line, they're going to have to step up as well, and that's going to leave them much more exposed than we are. Let's use Adrenaline. I expected to step into this triple surround and get a kill, and then only have it be a double surround. But that's not the case. So we are going to ensure, essentially, that this guy can't hit us. Ooh, big damage there. But like I said, he stepped up. He's going to be a nice little target for us if we can get to him. We should have initiative over a lot of these guys. No real reason. Let's do that. We might be able to step here and really mess these dudes up. Force this crossbowman to take a different action. We'll move our crossbowman one step further behind our shields. No reason to pop Adrenaline. Alright, let's see what happens. And as we suspected, now he's going to be able to hit us from the high ground, but that shouldn't matter much. Let's go for the decapitate. He's not that wounded, but he has no armor, and down he goes. Pretty brutal. Here comes the shot, and they're going to focus down Leisure Side, who has Battle Forge, and a nice rotation there is going to allow them probably to shoot again. Wouldn't be surprised if he shoots at Isaac. He's going to use a little short sword. Doesn't really measure up to the giant cleaver that Isaac wields. Pretty happy with that crossbow miss. But now we've got a brigand leader wearing lamellar armor with a kite shield and a warhammer jumping in on us. It's pretty dangerous. We'll take some shots. Even if we miss, I'm happy. Let's put some big damage on him if we can, and wow, we certainly did. Get the kill. We wrecked his helmet. I'm not sure if we triggered 9 lives. They almost always have 9 lives. 26. And we hit him full in the armor right there. Let's get out our cleaver. Yeah, not super happy with that. Wish I'd have stepped up before I took the shot. Okay, we got a stack of bleed. Try and take out the dude with the big, scary weapon. Don't mind stepping in here. Yeah, that's going to cause the rout. Come on, guys. Yeah, I wish we had the ability to switch now. They're going to try and run. They're going to get wrecked. We'll step up. Man, after getting him down to no HP, we're going to end up destroying that lamellar armor, which we'd be happy to pick up if for no other reason than it's quite expensive. Military picks in the front. Bone plating is going to protect Ragnar. Really want to get that on every single brother in the back. He's going to die to bleed, so we get no experience from that. However, we do still get the loot, which is mostly what we care about, if we're being honest. Let's go for the easy pick. And I'll take that. You take an aim shot here, 79%. Nailed it. And our shield's going to protect us. Let's go for another aim shot here. Perfect. Beautiful. We're getting everything we want right now. 62%, and we're going to fail. There goes the 9 lives, but we've also... Come on. And he goes down. We get the hammer, which... That's pretty big pickup. I don't know if there's anyone at this point that we need to give it to. But potentially some new brothers down the line. That's the type of weapon we hold on to. Because it's kind of invaluable against certain types of enemies. Heavily armored enemies. We don't know which late game crisis we're going into right now. If we end up fighting a lot of... knight type characters in the upcoming Noble War, let's say, or even in the Undead Incursion, you start getting lots and lots of fallen heroes. So any weapon that can destroy armor becomes pretty much invaluable. And we will certainly run them down. Nobody walks away from this. We need all of their gear. And I'm kind of excited. We have some new areas to explore. We can kind of fill out parts of the map that have been blank to us for a while. And we're going to do that after we turn in this quest here, because after that we'll have all the supplies I think that we'll need to explore for days on end, if that's what we want to do. Leisure side can switch out to the bill hook. Good hit. Alright, come on guys, let's get the kill. Hammer time, and down he goes. What do we get? We got the Warhammer. Longsword would have been good a long time ago. And we didn't get the armor, sadly. Even that helmet he was wearing was kind of a cool piece. I think that's a really good archer helmet. It used to be the best archer helmet in the game, I think, until they added in the Sallet. But let's head back. Get paid 2,000 crowns, nice and easy. And you know what, while I'm remembering, let's organize here. We should repair a bit. Hopefully the prices here are good. I think that's fine. Grottenhaven. They have more contracts for us. We can at least see what they are. Once again, we picked up more amber, which this place doesn't really want. Yeah, we'll get rid of these. We repaired them just enough to make them just a little bit more valuable. Hold on to that hammer. Flail's got to go. Round shields have to go. The prices here aren't great. We'll read the bear hats at 16 right now. That looks good to me, though. The prices here for their supplies are pretty poor, but I think we can get some more food, putting us up to 7 days. Tools, ammo. I mean, let's buy the super expensive ammo. Check out the contract. Okay, this is us needing to defend the town from raiders. Okay, we managed to squeeze about another 200 crowns from them. That's cool. Southwest of here, an orc-infested cave. We'll take that. So now we have to defend them. That kind of anchors us here for a little while, but after that, we're going to roam up north. We know there's apparently an orc cave down here. Here's the brigands. Let's go and attack them before they destroy this place. Usually they come in waves. You fight the first wave, then I think there's as many as 3. Obviously this is not a tough fight for us. We're going to run over these dudes. Of course, as I say that, they land a pretty sick crossbow shot from a light crossbow. But they've left this dude exposed. If we could just land 2 hits, we'll probably take an aim shot with whoever to make sure that we can guarantee that kill. Actually, 255s is definitely better than 175, so we'll take that. Just go for the lucky shot. And we pierced his lungs, which is a pretty bad injury. And down he goes. So now, in terms of ranged, all they have left is this marksman. And our archers are doing great work. We can run up here with Isaac. And start kind of curving our formation to meet them. I don't see any reason to step into them. They should definitely need to be coming to us. We could even form like a little line around this tree, but then they could just go down. They're not completely committed to this position yet. Let's step up here and shield wall. Step up here and spear wall. Our archers can't move after they shoot twice, but our crossbowmen can move after shooting once. Alright, let's see what they've got. We gave them a nice little opening, but they're going to have to go past Fritz in the high ground. Yeah, and these guys are going to want to go all the way around. He's not even wearing a helmet. I see that throwing spear. It's pretty dangerous. I thought about using adrenaline here, but I thought for sure we would go first since we did last time. But I guess we didn't. He must have gone first, but not moved, and then reserved some points. We'll step in there to help this around. We'll use an aim shot, 82%. Down he goes. Good kill. Yeah. Not the best weapon versus the lightly armored. But still a very dangerous weapon is the Warhammer. Step in. And I was really hoping for that kill. Let's make sure we go first. Hopefully that will allow us to chase down anyone that's running. If we step up 1... I was about to say we could shoot at that guy, potentially kill him. And we certainly did. And we're going to get that ridiculous weapon. Let's just use all of our action points to move forward. Can we try? Yeah, we got hit. It's okay, we had bone plating. So the worst thing that could happen was we just took a hit to our bone plating. And that's it. Everyone's pretty much routing except for this one dude who's currently breaking? Yeah. So easy first little fight. We'll be able to get all this gear, sell it again. Wow, still alive. Ridiculous amounts of bleed, making us super effective against all of these human opponents that we're fighting. Yeah, probably should have just switched over to the bill hook. Save the ammo. Hop in. So when we start the next fight, guys, I want to read for you the list of brothers, the names that I have coming up, and generally my ideas for them. So I'm going to wait to do that till I can take a look at my notes that I have next to where I'm sitting right now. For those of you who are waiting on a brother, you won't have to wait too much longer. We're getting to the point in our playthrough where we're going to get up to, 16, 18 guys relatively quickly. It's just a matter of, you know, how big of a bank do we have? And how often we're taking, you know, serious damage. Was that it? Was that all of them? Normally they come in waves and usually there's a leader. I guess that was a pretty small... Yeah, for 1,800 crowns, that was nothing. Crazy. What do you need me to do? Northeast of here. Yeah, I'll take this. That's a place we're trying to go anyway. We want to go up here. And we know there's an orc habitat, like right here. We saw the wandering orcs. So he wants us to go into the Scorching Shire to the northeast. We're here. Hopefully as it turns today, we'll find it. We've already found it. Let's head back quickly, turn it in. This place should be starting to like us. Yeah, their relations are actually cold as opposed to unfriendly. We've been doing a lot of quests for them. Once you're able to finally quest for a place, you're able to raise your relations with them pretty rapidly if you just do every contract you get your hands on. They're still being rated. The prices here should still be fine to sell. They're actually better than they were last time. Few last minute offerings here. Anything I'm missing? Nope. Kind of want to check the hires real quick. Still that one jester hanging out. And yeah, just like that. Now we have... Actually, you know what? God dang it. I don't want to leave one place down here when we can just go and step on it real quick. And then all we have to do now is explore the north. And there it is. A few orc young, some orc berserkers. Has anyone leveled from our recent fights? No. We're looking at Sir Mudun and Sir Quick Hans. We're trying to get them up to 11. There's no training hall nearby, sadly. Otherwise, we could boost their experience. And of course, I try to do the right thing. And now we're fighting berserkers inside of a gulch. Let them come to us, as they will. Not going to be great shots from these positions. We might want to step back one. 39, we'll take it. Yeah, we'll put our archers on the high ground. We'll step back with our front line. That way we're at least fighting berserkers on even ground. The last thing we want is to have man-splitters and giant chains hitting us. Let's step here. We actually don't need to Indomitable against them. It's easy for me to forget that. Because we do have the Orc Necklace on Isaac. Good damage. I'm happy to see that. Man, if we could kill one even on this kind of weird retreat we're being forced to do, that would be excellent. Okay, let's wait to move everyone until our entire backline gets a chance to move. We know he wants to move here. No. It's not what we meant to do. Step back. 47. Miss. Okay. Well, I didn't have especially high hopes that we would be able to get those kills. We're using Isaac here as a means to hopefully draw out a few more people. And have less concentration of power in any one spot. And because Jotnar is so strong, we're going to leave him here. Same thing with Fritz. And they're going to Indomitable next to each other. And that's going to allow us to back Mudun out. So this is our weak spot. No doubt the AI is going to want to take advantage of it. But anyone who steps up will try and take some good archer shots. Nice that they weren't able to stun us here. Wow, he wants to go all the way around. That's fine with me. Let them waste their time doing that. 64 versus 66 versus 92. Take one shot. One shot there. And we put some big injuries on them. Last thing we want to have happen is that we get flanked, however. 4 dudes on one side is a lot of dudes. Put some damage into him. And hopefully make it easier for Jotnar to get the kill. Come on. Alright, Sir Quick Hands. You didn't quite get it. We're going to Indomitable there. Do we step up? You know what? I think we ignore him. He wants to go around. Fine. Let him. We're going to get this Orc Young kill. We're going to go first. Probably get this Orc Young kill as well. Let's step up here. Perfect. Able to make him flee. No reason to be on our guard if we can aggressively take out the ones in front of us and then, you know, push to the north to deal with the other guys. They're even, I mean, they're not having a good time. 2 of them are breaking. I think we can just go ahead and straight up get that kill. We've got Indomitable active. Wouldn't be surprised to see Fritz get targeted. Alright, I'll take that. And now Isaac is absolutely exhausted. Man, I think we're gonna have to step up here. Okay, they're still trying to go around. Here comes the big hit, and we have managed to evade it. Let's see how long that kind of luck lasts. I think that's all the shots we're going to put down there. Isaac should be able to step up soon and get that kill for us. We're spreading around a lot of injuries as well. I like that. And killing him frees up Jotnar to go and choose a new target. So 86%. Get the knockback as well from the Impaler. Damn, and another hit there might have killed him. Okay, he wants to flee. And let's lock him down from the high ground. We miss, but adrenaline should help us. Go for a stab, cool. And yes, so now we've got him wavering. He's going to go for the round chain swing. Honestly surprised he didn't hit someone there with big damage. Probably had something to do with his wavering. We can take a look at the log. He used Thresh is the name of it. Yeah, he had a really low chance to hit. And then he takes 10 damage from the bleed. So good to know. So nice clean Orc Berserker fight. We're going to pick up some valuable weapons. It's not missed there. His chances to hit became very low as soon as he wanted to start running. Now, I've had some people tell me the stats can be distracting, and I've had other people tell me that they really enjoy them. So I'm just going to mix it up. You know, where it's appropriate, I'll pop out the stats. When I think the numbers, the actual statistics of us being hit are interesting. Like for here, the chance for him to hit us with that was a 14, which is so low. I think it is sometimes very interesting to understand what the AI's chances of doing certain actions are. That way we know how aggressive we can be in certain circumstances. So there are things to be learned from that. And if we can increase our hit chance here with a better surround, we certainly want to do that. A lot of valuable weapons on the battlefield right now. Ooh. God, I hate those weapons when they're directed at us. So we picked up a level on Ragnar, that's good. A little bit of loot. The Berserker chains are worth a ton. God, I love the damage they do, and I love their attacks as well. I just wish they didn't build up quite so much fatigue. Man, if we pick up a brother with 3 stars in fatigue, I might make one that just uses the chain. Weapon skills build up 5 more fatigue. Ugh, He would have to have Recover and a few other very important perks attached. Take range skill there. Let's get him up to 70 on his melee skill. And then I think here we can afford to give him 1 in Resolve. Ragnar is a pretty solid brother. He doesn't honestly need a ton. Yeah, let's head back to Grottenhaven. We can always step up on this mountain real quick to see if there's anything here or here. Doesn't appear to be. Yeah, so let's head back. The drain on our tools right now. Okay, we actually don't have a lot to repair. That's good. Let's buy a drink. Headcutter's Nest to the plains west of here. Yeah, we're not doing that. For all I know, the plains are way over there. Let's encamp. Sell our goods. And this has been honestly a pretty great money-making series of adventures for us. The chains sell for a decent price. So do the rest of the orc weapons. I think that's all we picked up. Mushrooms, I don't think we're ever going to seriously use. Let's buy some more fish. The prices have actually come down. This was over 400 when we first got here. I really don't want to pay that much for tools. That's double the price we should be paying. And now we can safely come up to Necromancer's Retreat. A Necromancer, a Fallen Hero, a few Geists. Yeah, pretty tough fight. We're only at we're not even halfway through today's episode, and we are already just back to back to back fights. Yeah, only 14 of them. That's pretty much nothing. Let's use our flanking falcon. And we can see the Fallen Hero. I mean, we'd like to get that helmet, perhaps. As heavy as it is. The armor is not really needed, and he's only using an arming sword. So, yeah, and 2 guys. So, very small fight. We could honestly probably put away all of our range tools. Let's just preemptively get out. You know what? We can use our heavy bolts. Do we want to do that? No, bill hooks. Yeah, let's just switch. Let's not use a ton of ammo on this battle. We know what the undead are going to do. They're going to come straight at us. We'll cut them down, push forward, and catch the Necromancer just in time to make a cool play happen. I'm honestly hoping for some cool loot to drop here. In actuality, it's not that tough of a fight for us, but it's got a pretty varied list of units. I mean, a Fallen Hero plus Geist plus Necromancer. If there was about 5 or 6 more Wiedergangers, maybe 2 or 3 more Fallen Heroes, a couple more Geists, this would be a real fight. Basically, I almost have to double the size for me to be worried. And that's how strong we've gotten just in the last several days. By adding all these bone platings, by picking up all the cell swords armors that we were able to get, and having just a few backup brothers has made us pretty resilient. Yeah, there's no reason to... Nice. And a good decapitation is going to prevent them... Double decapitation is going to prevent them from being resurrected. We're going to try to remember our decapitation skill, weapon skill, whenever we get a zombie to low HP. And once the Geists are down, that'll be our kind of time to send out someone like Isaac to go and catch the Necromancer. Let's see how they jump in. This Wiederganger is possessed by the Necromancer. I expect him to make it all the way in. He might just run into the spear wall. Yeah, over and over again. 4 times, eh? The literal definition of insanity. Fallen Hero taking up an interesting spot. He's going to keep us from, easily charging forward into those Geists. Man, I so want to step in here, but I'm not going to. We'll play a bit more reserved. With enough focus from the Geist using their screams, they could quite easily overwhelm Isaac. He doesn't have as good of resolve as we wish he had. Both of our lone wolves are still down probably about 5 or 6 resolve from where I would like them to be. Backline is just eagerly waiting for the lines to close. And I think here we're going to step up. Let's wait there. We're going to step in here. Let's lock them down. Could have considered stepping up with Sir Mudun to take on that Geist, but I wanted to leave this area open for our Spirit Wall. Good hits. And expect some big shots from the Fallen Hero. 3 there. The first hit did almost nothing. I mean, they almost all did nothing. One of the hits went to our head, and the other 2 went to the body, but thanks to Battleforged and the pauldrons that we have attached to that ridiculous set of armor that he's wearing, they did almost no damage. And a sword's not really meant to fight armored units, so Isaac is the ideal target for us to put on that Fallen Hero. Okay, next time we get a chance, we're going to go for the decapitation there. Pop Spear Wall. Step in, go for the Geist kill, we whiff. Good shot. Step in here, go for the Geist kill, we whiff again. What was our chances on that? Yeah, about 50-50. More good hits, nearly dead. And you know what, I'm going to step in here. Let's get that Geist off the battlefield. Did we have the thing for the decapitate? Did I say I was going to remember and then I forgot again? Perhaps. That sounds like me. Can step in here, go for that. Even apply some overwhelm, that's nice. And he's starting to get a little scared. He's wavering. Could have waited. Probably would have moved forward with Sir Quick Hans. But I like the value of moving out to the side. Kind of where we want to be. And still, not able to do much damage. We also have reach advantage being applied. Making us harder to hit. Step out here, go for that kill, and we get just a natural decapitation. We're gonna step in. I'm not that afraid. We went for the decapitate there, we didn't get it. He wasn't quite injured enough, perhaps. And we're now stepping on the bodies of the dead. We could be having the effect of picking up the weapons that are currently laying on the ground. But I think every single Wiederganger at the moment. There we go, and I went for decapitate that time. Every single Wiederganger has a weapon. Good hit. Perfect, so now we have a triple surround. Don't have to worry about stepping there, simply because that body is headless. So no chance of resurrection for him. And I'm very interested to see if the Necromancer is going to hang around after we destroy this front line this round. Once again, very predictable possession. Applying even a single stack of Overwhelm. That's the second stack. Should be pretty hard for him to hit us. Probably should have killed him. And we're going to go for the decapitate here, and we nail it. Move up. Move up. Go for the decapitation, and we nail it again. Nice. It's raining heads. Hallelujah. It's raining heads. did big damage. Let's see who he goes for. Would honestly like for him to spread the damage around, because I think all he did was hit Wonton's pretty secure armor, thanks to that bone plating. Bone plating is just a must in the late game. The ability to negate the first blow that the enemy does against every single one of your brothers. It's like negating an entire turn from the enemy. It's kind of how it generally plays out. Make sure we go first. We can just put him down nice and fast. We'll wait here. I am relatively certain that the fallen hero may come back from the dead. Don't need to leave all of our assets there, but we can leave some of them. Big idea right now is just to lock down the Necromancer. And if he comes back, we can have him in a full surround nearly. Perfect. Good hit. He's got no armor left. Almost dead. With his fists? Come on, man. You don't even have a cleaver or anything? Insulting. One of those wimpy necromancers that doesn't fight. And there he goes. I think that was Leisure Side. Took them both down. And yeah, indeed, we did get the helmet that we were kind of hoping to get. 255 is pretty big numbers. We'll pick up the rest of that junk. And at the very least, we won't be wondering forever whether or not we could have gotten good loot from there. Because now we know. Okay, who could use that could actually, deal with the fatigue issues associated? And the answer is not many people. Our armor is so heavy. It's honestly pretty difficult. And we don't want to put... we're already vision -2. I think this is vision -3. Yeah, it is. Ugh. Sir fatigue is so low. I mean, we could just hold on to it. Fritz could wear that. You know what I want to do? Let's take that. There we go. Alright, and we'll keep the same team just to try and level them. And let's go exploring. We still have quite a bit of time left on today's episode. And I want to see what's over here. Wouldn't be surprised to find a legendary location or two. Or maybe even some sort of land bridge down. Bonebreaker's Cavern? Sure. Leave no stone left unturned. Allow newer, better stuff to spawn here for next time when we pass. One Berserker down. This type of terrain really favors us. Last time we fought that small group, they had the benefit of high ground. Yeah, 2 Berserkers dead, and several others will be injured. Yeah, they're not even really within range to reach us this upcoming turn either. We're probably going to get a whole new set of shots on them. Okay, took the high ground. Fritz got a little makeover. I decided to switch the shield mostly because I wanted 3 of our more original brothers to have matching shields. I thought that would be pretty cool. Fritz, if you're going to wear like that kind of undead motif, I figured we should hook him up with the other undead stuff. We'll focus our bows on the ones without armor. Big hit. Let's use Indomitable. Anticipating perhaps being hit by that chain. And we'll throw with our heavy axe there. Let's wait. I think we have more shots coming in. Alright, fine. Step up. He's not dead. Okay. You know what? Let's use Adrenaline as well. Make sure we go first. Step in here. Should be able to get the kill. Nope. But we'll get it at the beginning of next turn. Almost guaranteed. He's hurt. Let's go for the decapitation. We didn't get it, but once again, Adrenaline. So happy we made that change in our options menu to make sure that the game doesn't pass by our ability to use it just because we are out of action points. Because, funnily enough, it doesn't require any action points to use. Wow, we hit him in the head. That's pretty bad. Triple bleeding. He is almost certainly going to die just from bleeding out. Thankfully, we rout him and then kill him. Still pretty dangerous weapon up here on the high ground. Yeah, and that swing. He'll die next turn from his bleed, most likely, but we're just going to go ahead and knock him down anyway. We didn't get the chain weapon, which sucks. Super valuable weapon. I'm guessing Fritz will be able to take him out. I'm excited to see what's in this area. There's quite a few legendary locations we haven't found yet. Lock him down, make sure he can't flee. Step up. Alright, this should all be pretty elementary. Can we just step in and hit him? Get the kill? Yes. Alright, like I said I would do earlier, let me go ahead and open up my list real quick of names that we have on the table for the next upcoming brothers, and I'll try and give you some semblance of like the order that I want to do it in as we walk around. So the next one guaranteed is going to be Sir Gimli Hammerhead. So perhaps someone using a hammer. That sounds pretty fitting to me. Well, we have... Okay, so let's do the event first, and I'll get back to the names. You come across a stranger in the path who regards you with a steely gaze, a troop of sheep and dogs idling at his side. Don't suppose you're gearing up to fight for House Austin, are you? I hear it and the other families of the realm are quarreling. Don't know what about. Just know they'll come by my place and ask, Hilmar, why don't you come and fight for us? Or else we hang you. And I'll say, okay, because a bunch of gold britches noblemen ruining my year is a part of life, and life just ain't fair. Good to know. So that's the game's way of telling us that the noble war is upon us. Not surprising. Pretty common. We have to go through basically all three of the in-game crises, I think, before we see any duplicates, essentially. So Sir Gimli Hammerhead is next. I also have Behemoth the Black. I have John Wolfrider requested a great sword brother, which is no problem because I've already got the swords. We have Folkir Runeblade the Wolf King. So let's see what we can do with him. Maybe something unique, give him like wolf pelts. And we find the Watermill. Finally. Okay, so this is one of the unique locations we needed. This is going to lead us on the questing path towards the Kraken, which is not a fun fight. But, I mean, maybe they've tuned it down a little bit. I have no idea. And then just to finish out the list, we also have someone who I marked down. He didn't give me a name, but I kind of like using his name in YouTube. John D. the Wicked. He requested that he just have a dog and a big black beard. So that's no problem. So let's go ahead, and now that we found the Watermill, let's hop on in. The water wheel totters at the hinges as its buckets dip and draw water. Attached to its side is a stone-walled abode with a chimney piping bulbs of black. There are pelts and traps hanging outside on the walls, and an oaken chair sits upon the porch. Its windows are too blurry to look through, but you can hear the mill inside rising and churning with wooden groans. Drawing your sword, you step up to the porch and open the door. A man welcomes you in the first and only room there is. He's standing beside the mill well, running his hands through the grains. He is an elderly fellow, yet of modest stature, as though time had no warrant for his posture or abilities. There is a sword hilt hanging above the fireplace. Its glint is unmistakably rich, and the old man regards your stare with a warm smile. Only those who are worthy may have the hilt of the reproach of the old gods. You, stranger, are not. So we had this in our last playthrough. Without a doubt the most powerful weapon in the game. But we're going to have to jump through a lot of hoops to get this weapon. And the last thing you want to do is try and fight this guy. You won't win, and I think it may lock you out of this quest. So what would make me worthy? The old man stares into the mill. His hand rises up and a swarm of grain revolves around his fingertips like bees around the buds of sugarcane. My only son departed to slay the great beast. His squire returned the hilt to me, but the blade was gone. Avenge my son, and you shall be worthy yet, stranger. You ask where the beast is, and the man puts his hand onto the millwork again. If only I knew. I trust you will find out, sellsword. Your feet suddenly slide back across the floor into the porch and onto the grass. The door slams in front of you and won't be opened again. Seems you've unwittingly taken up a quest, or perhaps one to keep on the side. We'll have to resolve it ourselves. So I won't spoil what happens. We know it's the Kraken fights the great beast. That was part of the last DLC, but for those of you perhaps who are very unfamiliar with this quest, I'm going to kind of keep what happens next to ourselves, what happens at the end. There is a bit of a twist, I will say that, and there's quite a few steps between us and the reproach of the old gods. A super amazing sword that I would love to get. But never fear. Now that we found the Watermill, I was actually wondering where it was. I was kind of concerned I hadn't found it already. I was thinking perhaps it was here. But it makes sense that they would put it on the very edge of the world. But now we have to find another location out in the swamp. Many ancient honor guard? Ugh. That's a dangerous fight. And our weapons aren't the best suited for it. I guess we'll take it though. You know what? Let's continue on. That's not a difficult fight. There's probably as many as 8 or 9 of them. We've done this fight already with worse armor. But we've kind of got some of our B-team brothers in. And I really want to explore. And if we take this fight, we're done exploring for the day. And that battle's not going anywhere. We can take it maybe tomorrow. But who knows what's out here on these little islands. Swamp is what we're looking for because that's where one of the other legendary locations that we need to find is going to be located in a swamp somewhere. Daytime broadens our vision. Man, lots of islands. Are we good on food? 3 more days? That's not a lot. We should probably head back towards civilization. Yeah, 2 more days. Let's get back. Let's head back. Where's the closest town? Probably still Grottenhaven. If there's no way to cross over to Strockberg. Let's head in a straight line. This is going to be a little stressful. What we can try and do is take on a fight. And some undead. What's the garrison looking like? I was going to say we could try and take on a fight, but the undead aren't really... I don't think they are prone to dropping food. If we were to kill some raiders or something like that, we would be dropping some. You know what? I'm going to take the hammer and give that to him. So now Lancel and Jotnar are both using the war hammers. I think we have enough cleavers. We have lots of different cleavers. Fritz. How close are they to leveling? We have Sir Mudun and we also have Sir Quickhans. Let's pull them out for now. Let's rotate our guys back in. And I guess we'll take this fight. I don't think it'll pull in the other undead. Should be relatively easy, and it is. We'll scout them out. Just a bunch of zombonis. Let's go ahead and switch to our melee weapons once again, so as to not use up all of our stores of ammo. So this is going to be just a bit of a grind, guys. Sorry about this. This is not a high skill battle. And I'm going to do my best to speed it up as much as possible. Want to stay within range of our banner so that these guys don't freak out Isaac and then nothing bad happens due to our hubris. No fallen heroes here though, so our time shouldn't really be taken up too much. We're just going to have to cut through all these zombie chaffs. Necromancer has a pretty sweet little mustache situation going on. Why would he risk such a good mustache in such a horrible fight? Yeah, with any luck, we'll pick up some food. Just pass with everyone. Geist, once again, they won't move forward until the front line engages, which should be any second now. And here we go. Let the great purge begin, and every kill that we get against them, really beneficial, raising our confidence, raising our chances to hit. It's one of the things that makes the zombie horde so weak, is generally it's really easy to get our confidence super high just by killing a couple zombies right at the beginning of the battle, which kind of tilts the entire battle towards our favor. Spear wall. Go for the decapitate, and we get it. First hit landed, did a ton of damage, used the decapitate on the second shot. Here come the Geist. Kind of want to step up here. Nice. That was worth. As long as we're within 4 tiles of our banner, I am happy. That guy was dead for sure. And we could step in here also. Step up. And because our backliners are so heavily armored, especially our crossbowmen, I don't mind extending our front line sometimes, especially against the undead or mindless beasts, by leaving gaps in our front line to then fill with billmen. Going wide forces the AI to take much less favorable fights. We'll wait there. We'll wait here. He used possession on a dude wielding a wooden stick. Probably not the best play. We went for a 30% shot on the Geist. Spear wall is going to do a lot of work for us, as it does against beasts and zombies. Really hoping to get a line shot there. We'll make sure we go first next round. Maybe kill 2 Geists, that would be the dream. Still go for a round swing. Nailed it. 41% chance. Kind of hurt to miss that. Maybe we'll step up here if we have the fatigue. Spear wall stays up. It's just so much free damage. Good Geist kill. Let's just try and get our long axes closer to the action. Kind of a lot of DPS back there not doing anything. No moves left. Can we step up? We sure can. Perfect. We're going to expect some of our brothers to get knocked back a little bit. Perfect. Don't even know who he was trying to scare with his scream attack, because it did not land. Cutting them down with the backliners really frees up our frontliners to move forward and start pursuing the Necromancer and the other major players in this battle. Wow, he resurrected 2 dudes? Okay. He didn't use possession though, which is something, I guess. Play whack-a-mole with our hammers. Another decapitation. Go for another one there. Standard attack here. Just like that, we're free. We can start busting through the front line. Still want to stay a little bit back from him. We've got 2 pole arms on him, but without the surround, we're not getting a bonus to our chance to hit. Alright, let's see who comes back. 1, 2, 3. Wow, and he manages to rout Ozzy in 1 scream. That's pretty crummy. Wonton is right here. We miss. If we were really worried, we could always drop a dog. But freeing up Wonton there is going to allow us, if we want, to step down here and try and rally Ozzy. It's honestly not that necessary. I mean, we can win this fight without Ozzy, and he's already in a safe place. He's not in any, harm's way. Still come up here and lock down the Geist. If we step in here, we can't rally. Here we can. I think that's close enough, and it is. Let's go for the shot. Yeah, and that made it worth it. So we did it. Will the Necromancer stand and fight with no one left? Good question. Alright, Wiederganger locked down. Interesting, he takes the high ground, but by doing so, he puts himself in the range of Svarog. Pretty nice there to get both the kills with one brother, freeing us up to kind of come back here and engage. Good move from the AI. Really protecting that Necromancer. Do we go for this? Let's do it. Yeah, and it worked. We can just leave the rest of them here. Assume that maybe 1 or 2 of the other zombies will come back. Pretty happy to get Ozzy within range of the Necromancer. And then let's see what happens. Landed a hammer hit. He's got a sprained ankle now. Could probably get a shot off with our bow. I'll take it. Good kill. And Ozzy redeems himself. Good hit, and this guy should be done right now. So not a bad little fight. We're going to pick up some metal joint covers. I don't hate that. No food, but a golden chalice and some gemstones. If we could eat those, that would be nice. But we can't. Do we take this fight as well? I feel like we have to. The game is just like feeding us fights right now. This may be a fight I take off camera. I'm not sure. Is someone in the front lines wearing a crummy helmet? Because we have this extra flat top. It's -1 versus -2. No, I think we're good. Just want to make sure nobody's wearing a terrible helmet. But that metal joint covers, could we add that to some armor right now? Is there any armor that's bad? Ooh, we should have switched Skibo's armor back. Was I running only 11 brothers? No. Did I do that on accident? I hope not. Yeah, let's give our brothers their armor back. This type of stuff is really easy to forget. But man, if I had Sir Lancelot of that fight, I guess I did. Wow, that was a pretty awful mistake, I guess. Let's see. We still have 2 pieces of armor in the back. I think adding 3 fatigue to it is not going to be the end of the world. It makes them a little bit worse in terms of their nimble and dodge. But, I mean, even like Kata here, he almost has 100 fatigue and 90 initiative, which is not bad. So in his case in particular, I think I'll just give him this. And that puts the armor up to a 160 armor. It's much better. Could have probably given it to the male Halbert, maybe. 18 versus 14. Yeah, it's not worth it. Man, we have time today to do one more. We do. It'll be a little bit of a longer episode, just filled with fights of us taking out orcs, undead, raiders. Once again, we're going all melee. Man, big mistake there. If you guys noticed that and you were like screaming at the old YouTubes trying to get me to like remember to put someone in, I'm sorry about that. But all that does is prove how awesome we are that we can we can take on groups minus a guy or two. Front line should just pass. We're not going to throw any axes. So I'm happy we found the Watermill today. We got our gold back up where we needed it to be. Now we just have to get somewhere to a different city before we starve. But I think this is going to be the end of today's episode. Because by the time I finish cutting all these guys up, we're going to... yeah, there's the fallen hero. We're going to be at a pretty lengthy episode, which I hope you enjoy. Use our flanking falcon to see what we're dealing with. So he's going to keep behind these 2 well-armored Wiedergangers, and the fallen hero will come forward. Man, I totally passed there when we could have... I thought there was no way they were going to send someone all the way to us on this turn. But yeah, possession. Down he goes. And let's see if they can reach us. We could step up and take the weapon from him, but it's not that big of a deal. If he comes back, it'll just be with a little bit of HP, and we could probably just decapitate him with Fritz right off the bat. Fallen hero's wearing a nice helmet. Probably wearing some pretty sizable armor. Almost certainly not as good as our sellsword's armor. Most likely it'll just be too heavy. But that helmet could be a good upgrade for some of these flat tops. They're better in durability, but they just really are super duper heavy. Which almost makes them not worth it. It really almost makes the flat tops just better. We'll go for that split attack. Fully expecting the fallen hero to jump in. Hopefully he tries to jump in versus our Spearmaster, and he does. And thanks to Battle Forge, he's not going to take much damage. But That's okay. Let's get the surround here. We could go to break his armor. I don't think we particularly need the high ground against these. Let's get that little wrap. We're giving them a triple surround on Jotnar, but we're getting a triple surround on their fallen hero. Step in. Good damage. And they're just whiffing everything. And even if they hit us, they're going to have to deal with our bone plating first. They get a triple surround here as well. Let's go for the decapitation. We hit the armor, but then we managed to land it on the second shot. No attack there. Big hit there. We hit him in the head, of course. Really messing up our chances to get that helmet. But I would rather just focus on getting the kill. To me, getting the armor and stuff is always secondary. And older playthroughs that I've done, you know, by myself, I've lost brothers trying to get cute, making sure that I didn't take out part of, you know, a piece of armor. Unless it's a unique set of something, it's really not worth it. Like, who knows in this playthrough how many fallen heroes I'm going to kill. I already can tell you it's probably going to be greater than 30 or 40, especially once the undead incursion starts happening. So never fear. As cool as this helmet is, if we don't get it in this one fight, we'll almost certainly get it later. And by then, we'll probably have full helms on everyone, and it just won't be as valuable. I like getting some overwhelm on the fallen hero there. We have 2 stacks. Yeah, and he just whiffs everything. He had 3 attacks on us thanks to possession, and he whiffed them all. We are Polar Masters, so Ragnar could have attacked this guy with no penalty, even though he's standing right next to him. Ragnar and Leisure Side both being Polar Masters. Probably should have gone for that decapitation there. These Wiedergangers are a lot more armored than usual. Was hoping for the reset there just to give us that 3rd attack. If we had the fatigue left, I would have gone for the decapitate, but we didn't. And also remember that decapitating fallen heroes doesn't kill them. They can still come back with no head. It's kind of their unique thing. You know what? To prevent ourselves from potentially being stunned, let's use Indomitable there. It's always wise to respect the weapons, even if their chances of hitting us with them are pretty low. We'd be pretty upset if we got hit in the head by that bludgeon and we're stunned up there. So let's just make sure it doesn't happen at the cost of a little bit of fatigue. Okay, 1 stack of Overwhelm. Nice. Is he going to go for the stun? Nope. Wonder if he didn't go for the stun because he knew we were immune. It's like some Back to the Future logic. I don't know if you guys are into Marvel, but in the new in-game movie, there's a point where they all argue about what type of time travel, based on like movie logic time travel. It's pretty hilarious. No spoilers, I guess. It's still a relatively new movie. I feel like if you were going to see it, you've probably seen it already. But it's just a funny little scene. Classic Ant-Man dialogue. With War Machine kind of chiming in. It's super funny. I think since they did the Ragnarok movie, I think, was that maybe the first one where they really laid on the humor? Ant-Man they did for sure. Maybe Ant-Man was the first one where they kind of led with the humor, And I guess Paul Rudd kind of makes sense if you're going to start going in that direction. But just making the whole series in general more lighthearted. I was just kind of talking to my wife recently about how I think Chris Hemsworth does comedy really well. Kind of an unexpected source of levity. Okay, they're not going to step out. So that's going to give us all the time in the world to step in on them, get the Necromancer. Now it's just the march forward. Good step here. Wouldn't be surprised to see him step here and maybe even go for like a shield bash. Good hit. Look at how cool this axe is. Very minor difference, but you still notice it. Alright, let's see what he does. Goes for the swing, no push. Perfect. And we'll use Adrenaline to make sure that we go first. Big hit. He came right back and got knocked right back down. Look at his eyes. Oh, man. We'll step in here. I'm not worried about taking a shot on Ragnar. It's kind of the reason why we've made our crossbowmen so tanky. So they can be kind of an auxiliary form of damage absorption. In the late game, in the very late game, I mean, when you're fighting like in the Black Monolith and things like that, one of the things that saves you is having an entire, brotherhood, all 12 brothers, being able to take multiple hits. It's nice to have, your 3 brothers. Maybe you have some that taunt. Maybe you have some lone wolves that can take a ton of hits. But at the end of the day, it's going to be impossible to protect everyone. And making it so that even your crossbowmen basically have the armor of like a late game frontliner will really give you some longevity in a fight. Perfect. Perfect. Just stabbing zombies with our banner. And we didn't get the helmet, dang. We didn't get the armor either. But that kind of makes sense. And of course we didn't get any food from zombie corpses. Not sure what type of food zombies would have on them. Probably wouldn't want to eat it even if they did have food. But it looks like there might be a land bridge here. And I'm just going to leave this exposed mass grave here. Keep on walking. Can we get here? Looks like there are undead footprints. More dead. A few necrosavants. Man. You know what, guys? We're going to end today's episode here. Because I kind of want to take this fight, but I don't want this to be an hour-and-a-half long episode. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. I'm a little bit exhausted from all that talking. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one, guys. Take care.